Like today, we have business cards. So let us say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag. To the republic. Meet your neighbors. Our reflection today will be offered by WEDC.
Trying to figure out a way to summarize what we all go through at year end, celebrating what we've accomplished, looking ahead, recognizing the need for brevity. Obviously, one turns to Vince Lombardi for comments. So individual commitment to a group effort, that is what makes a team work, a society work, a civilization work.
Thank you, Louise. Ohio State lost a nail biter on Saturday. I'm sure that will be discussed for years to come. And I wanted to point out the fact that the cookies that are on your table are a personal gift from folks to us, from their generosity. So get a chance to thank them. That'd be great. Also, Marty and I are looking for high school juniors who would be interested in participating in the RILA program, which is called Rotary Youth Leadership. Marty has done her homework and she has 2 from Triway. I'm still looking for 1 or 2 from Wooster. It is a weekend from Friday morning until Sunday at noon. And we pay all the expenses. That looks good on the curriculum vitae. Plus, Orville says that when those students come back, they're really excited. They're really happy that they did it. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Don, who will do the secretary's report.
Okay, thank you, President Allen. Pete Philippon has the traveling light, and Marty Starkey has a guest.
My guest today is Gretchen Carr, Certified Financial Planner for Star Strategies.
And then over here, Bob Mormon has a guest.
My guest is Faith Wheeler from Creative Law Firm.
And then back at that third table, Joel Montgomery has a guest.
And my guest is Mayor Bob Reynolds.
And at that same table, Phil Tursky has a guest.
Yes, it is Jonathan Miller.
And then across the room, Jennifer Schatzer has a guest.
My guest is Dave Tenney. He's the operations coordinator for the library.
And then our youth exchange students have an update for us.
Hello, everyone. It's been a really good, exciting few days. I had a field trip to Playhouse Square for Drama Club, and we watched A Christmas Carol, which was just amazing and so fun. And then I moved in with a new host family, so that was really exciting. I moved in with Alan's family, and yeah, the transition was smooth and couldn't have been like better. And then yesterday we went to a jazz concert in Columbus, and that was just like incredible because the theater was so beautiful, and the musicians were so talented, and I was just like, my jaw was dropping every second. It was really nice. And then we toured around the campus, Ohio State, and then explored downtown Columbus a little bit, and that was really fun. And yeah, overall, it was a great weekend. Thank you.
Hey, yesterday I went to the jazz concert with Tara. I'm so happy because the last week I started track guitar track. I like it. Yeah.
Thank you and welcome to all our guests.
I would echo that. Welcome to all our guests and Rotarians. We hope you enjoyed today's program and we'll return. I'm going to introduce Bob Borman.
Thank you, President Allen. I'm pleased to make a special Paul Harris Fellow Award today. Paul Harris Fellow Award is one of the most prestigious awards in Rotary. It's named after the founder of Rotary, Paul Harris, who started Rotary International in Chicago, Illinois in 1905 in a small room. And since then, it's grown to 35,000 clubs and more than 1 million members worldwide. In our club, we award Paul Harris Fellows to members, typically based upon contributions to the Rotary International Foundation. But on occasion, we also bestow upon community members a Paul Harris Fellow Award for their outstanding contributions to the Wooster community and either directly or indirectly to our Rotary Club. And today, I'm pleased to bestow a Paul Harris Community Award upon Faith Ehlert. Faith is a legal assistant, Critchfield Law Firm in Worcester, and for the past 4 years, Faith has faithfully assisted Rotary's Flag Committee with the processing of flag orders, particularly in mailing orders. And we do some 2,000 flags a year, so that involves a great deal of detail-oriented, focused work. Faith has done this gracefully and well. She's truly been a cog in our well-oiled machine that is needed in a really labor-intensive undertaking such as our flag project. Now, you wonder how Faith would have any spare time, but she does. She's managed to continue her education in a master's program for clinical mental health counseling at Ashland Theological Seminary for the past year and a half. And as of January, she'll be undertaking a full-time internship in the field. So Critchfield's and Rotary's loss will be the mental health field's gain. We couldn't let her go without publicly acknowledging her contributions to the Rotary Flag Project. And the Rotary Board felt the best way of doing this would be awarding a Paul Harris Fellow. So Faith, thank you for all of your work on the Flag Project.
We'll call Bob again to introduce our speakers. So here's Lee King.
I am not speaking today, so a little bit here. So as you can see on the front boards here, we are at the end of the year, and we are thankful for all of your help that have contributed to the Rotary Flag Program. And we have our community groups, some of them here today to receive their checks. This is our 17th year that we have participated in the flag program. This year we had 15 community group partners, down from last year, which if we can have 15 or 16 each year, it's really good. So thank you. You can kind of see the paid subscriptions here. So this year we had a total paid subscriptions of 1,958 subscriptions. So if you do the math times $40, that's about $70-some thousand that comes into the club. But we still have to pay for flag maintenance and our community groups. So, and then just as an average, we're about 1,982 flag paid subscriptions each year for the last 5 years. This year we've paid out in the total of 17 years over $250,000 to our community groups, which is quite amazing that they can come and participate and allow their clubs to function as well. So this year we paid out $18,799 to our community groups. So the groups, when I announce your group, if you would come up front here, stay up front till we're all done with the presentation. Marty is going to help pass out their checks. And we just want to say thank you. So the first group that's here, Allison Noble Ice Arena, this is Rob Wells and Craig Nast. If you're here, if you would come up. Their payment this year, $1,250.40. This is their second year with a cumulative earnings of $1,700 and some change. So we'll hold our applause till everybody's up here. The Smithville High School lead team, Andy Bratcher and the students, if you'd come up, they are taking on the Smithville route. They placed 186 flags over the 5 holidays. Their payment's $446.40. This is their second year in the program with earnings of $885 and some change. Wayne County Public Library, Dave Tenney could come up. Jennifer Schatzer, you want to come up, Jennifer? They placed 106 flags out at the library, downtown Worcester. Their payment, $254.40. 10th year in the program with earnings of over $2,400. Worcester Noon Lions, Jen Grimm and Jeff Coda representing Noon Lions. They put out 269 flags. Their payment this year, $645.60. This is their 6th year in the program with over $3,900 in earnings. Worcester Lacrosse Club. Is anybody here for that? Yes, thank you. Jared Roberts, representing on the Worcester Lacrosse Club. They put out 1,676 flags. This is quite amazing. So their payment this year, $4,022.40. 13th year in the program, and their cumulative earnings, $43,707.20. Please do not retire from helping the student. Trail Life Troop 0619. Thomas Steiner accepting on behalf of Trail Life. This is their first year, $720. So thank you for joining us this year. They put 300 flags out. Cub Scout Troop 44068. Anybody here for that? Randy Dyes accepting on behalf of the pack. They placed 1,049 flags, $2,517.60. This is their 3rd year with over $6,000 in earnings. ESA Troop 4064, Jason Parker. 673 flags placed, $1,615.20, 6th year, almost $10,000 in earnings. He's also accepting on behalf of 4065. They put out 817 flags. Their payment, $1,960.80. 13th year in the program with $21,264 in earnings. And Boy Scout Troop 66, Christine Bricker, 535 flags, $1,284. They've been with us since inception, so thank you so much for that. $29,509 in earnings. Anybody else that's here that I might have missed that's supposed to be here? Okay, so these are the groups that are not in attendance today. Cub Scout Troop 63, $1,826, 10th year in the program. They put out 761 flags, almost close to 15,000 in earnings. Cub Scout Pack 79, $566.40, 16th year, almost with us since inception. 236 flags placed, 10,322. Madisonburg Lions Club, 588 this year, 15th year, $7,983 in earnings and 245 flags placed. Oh Huddle, everybody's familiar with Oh Huddle, $300 this year, 6th year, $3,198.80, 125 flags placed. Life Care Hospice, Chris and Tom Chia. I believe this is their last year doing this, right? So if anybody wants to help place 334 flags next year, sign up. $801.60, 7th year in the program. They've made over $5,200 some dollars. Let's give them a round of applause for our committee. Get a picture here.
Yeah, the couple.
Perfect. Thank you guys.
Thanks again, we appreciate your help. Also, I'd like to do a special thank you to the Rotarians that put flags out as well. Susan Clayton was responsible for that this year, so I'm going to recognize these Rotarians: James Fox, Melissa Mariola, Phil Mariola, Ken Schaefer, Tim and Lisa Swift, Bobby Douglas, Joy Schmitz, Marty and Paul Starkey, Chris Bailey, John Rose, Terry Snoddy, Michael Davidson, Courtney Yoder, and Matt Martin. If I'm missing anybody, thank you for putting flags out this year. Also to Don Noble, who has his own route and puts city flags out. We'll see those at the roundabouts. I take care of the bridges. I'm still alive. So, Don, I know why you gave me that route. Matt Yost has a route. He puts 20 flags out. And then Tom Hill, of course, takes on Diller Park. So those, with us putting flags out, Rotarians, that gives us $4,554.40 to our club. Also, I'd like to recognize our committee members. This is a huge task. If you'd like to join our committee, you can talk to myself or Marty Starkey. We can always use extra help with this. So if you get your name, when your name is called, please stand so we can be recognized. Marty Starkey is my co-chair. Thank you. Russell Robinson, Tom Rumball, Lynn Moomaw, Cheryl Boyer, Chris Bailey, Becky Foster, Blair Young, Tracy Carney, and Susan Clayton. Let's give them a round of applause. So again, thank you for the volunteers. Tom, we're going to be doing flag maintenance once after the January 1st rolls around. So you'll be seeing your emails to come and help us with flag maintenance from January till April. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Lee, and I apologize for the glitch. It's a very important part of what we do, and we could not do it without the volunteers and the Rotarians who put out flags. And I constantly hear comments about how impressive a flag display is. So thank you. Now, Bob, I think it's safe to ask you to introduce the speakers.
I am going to put it for extra pay for coming up here 3 times today. Joining us for today's presentation is the team from the Wayne Economic Development Council. First, Mary Beth Burns has been president of WEDC since 2021. Came to the organization after more than 30 years with a Fortune 500 company, where she had a successful career in various leadership roles. Joining her is our very own Tracy Carmody, WEDC's Director of Marketing and Development, who came on board in 2022 with a strong background in higher education marketing. And rounding out the team is Phil Schleybaugh, the newest member of the group, who's now completing his first year as Director of Business Retention, Expansion, and Attraction. Before coming to WEDC, Phil also built a successful career with the same Fortune 500 company, bringing deep business and industry experience to this role. As a former member of the board of the WEDC, I can attest to its strong leadership and strong presence in this community. We're lucky to have this team here, and let's give a warm Rotary welcome to Economic Development Council.
Well, good morning. It's nice to see everybody today. You have not seen me very much this year at Rotary, and I will explain that I am in month 11 of my 2-year term as president or chairman of the board of the Orville Area Boys and Girls Club. Not that I'm counting, but it's 11 out of 24. We meet on Mondays at noon and as a board, and then have different committees that also meet on Mondays at noon. So that interferes with my ability to be at Rotary, but I really do appreciate seeing everybody here today. It is my pleasure to be able to work every day with this wonderful team to market what it's like to be in Wayne County, to serve the business community that we have in Wayne County, to provide programs and services and link them to resources to help them grow and thrive. But I wanted to start with a video that kind of encompasses what it's like to live in Wayne County. So if the technology gods are with me today, this video will work.
We are blessed to be part of the land of the free and the home of the brave. But we're also a land where your future is bright, the quality of life is unmatched, and where your neighbors still wave. An integral part of Northeast Ohio, featuring vibrant communities, quaint villages, an economy that thrives on innovation, tradition, and growth. Wayne County upholds these values like an oath. This is Wayne County. More than 550 square miles of boundless opportunities, possibilities, progress, and continuity, where our farmers nurtured this land with heart and with unity. A land with rich soils helping to feed our brothers, producing the most dairy in the state, outshining the others. An ag-urban community deeply rooted. Wayne County's vibrant downtown is a hub of activity and culture where all are included. With its delightful shops, cozy cafes, and a calendar full of events, you'll find something to keep you entertained year-round. Or explore the small country festivals, farmers markets, parades, or events happening at the local fairgrounds. This is Wayne County. From picturesque parks and nature preserves to scenic trails, our green spaces offer peaceful retreats where beauty prevails. Where theatrical productions, galleries, recitals, and creative classes are at your fingertips. A canvas of inspiration unfolds, inviting you to craft your own scripts. This is Wayne County. A place where generals battle and golden bears roam. Our top-rated schools and family-friendly neighborhoods make it a perfect place to call home. With our advanced manufacturing base, in-demand skills are a must. But with education at its finest, our local career centers offer programs you can trust. A space where dreams and opportunities are sprouted, and usually an OHIO is shouted. With diverse paths to help our students thrive, our 3 college campuses inspire minds and help dreams arrive. This is Wayne County, where hard work meets success with our driven, diverse, dynamic business base, where doing business makes Wayne County the perfect place. Strong work ethic, where people aren't afraid of chores, but can also relax and take advantage of the great outdoors. With award-winning hospitals that provide trusted care and world-renowned healthcare, where few can match the compassion we share. The perfect blend of small-town charm and modern living. A warmth binds this community together, reminding us it's the little things in life that keep on giving. This is Wayne County. Live here, grow here, thrive here. You belong here.
Thank you, thank you. That's, it's an easy sell on why people should live, work, and thrive here when you see all the great things that we have to offer in Wayne County. The WEDC's mission is really about promoting economic development. Ron Armstead used to call us the front office for the county for their economic development services. So we are focused every day on helping our current businesses succeed and grow, and then also trying to attract new businesses into Wayne County. WEDC serves as the local conduit to Team NEO, the state of Ohio's regional partner, and Jobs Ohio, which is the state's economic development entity. We are focused on 3 strategic priorities that I will fly through so we can get to the good stuff at the end. But our first strategic priority is about cultivating, connecting, and aligning networks within and beyond Wayne County. So connecting to other local economic developers throughout the state, making sure that Wayne County has a seat at the table when Jobs Ohio is looking for prospective sites. Second, supporting business development with a particular attention on retention and expansion. We know that 80% of our growth in Wayne County comes from our existing businesses. So we want to make sure that we're connecting them with resources that will help them continue to grow and be successful at the same time as we're responding to Jobs Ohio leads that come in for prospective new businesses as well. And then number 3 is driving critical issues that are key to Wayne County's competitiveness. So whether that's workforce, housing, transportation, or childcare, those are the type of issues that we want to make sure that we're doing our part to assist a strong Wayne County. Our focus areas range from business retention and expansion, the site marketing and attraction efforts, making sure we have a pipeline of projects. We also have marketing and events. We do things for workforce and talent development. And then our stakeholder relationships and making sure that we're spreading the word about what tools and resources are available throughout the county to assist our business community. We are guided by an executive committee, a board of directors, and an advisory council. And our 2026 executive committee members are on the screen, and shout out to Ben, who's back there, as a member of our executive committee. Andrea Russell from Akron Brass will serve as our chairperson next year, and Greg Brunn from Western Reserve Group will be our vice chair. Our board and advisory council is made up from various business leaders from throughout the county. We're very mindful about making sure that we have all areas of the county represented, and are really are grateful that these key leaders from throughout Wayne County help guide our strategic activities and our work that we're doing in the county. Economic development is a team sport, so we are fortunate to have great partners that we can work with economic development. The city of Wooster team, our city of Orville team, and Rittman, the Wooster and Orville Area Chamber of Commerce, and Main Street Wooster are all partners that help us with the work that we do and make sure that we have a strong Wayne County that we can promote. Wayne County, as we say, always punches above its weight. So we are nationally recognized consistently as a top micropolitan. So last year we tied for number 3 in the country for the top micropolitan. There were 7, I think, micropolitans in Ohio that were recognized in the top 10. So we are hoping to continue that streak. Nationally, the Polycom strength rankings, we've been in the top 20 for more years than I can remember, ranking 17 in 2024, the number 1 micropolitan in this strength ranking in Ohio. In 2025, rankings aren't available because some of the federal data that they use to make that analysis isn't currently available, but we know we're going to be in the top when that comes out again. We have many challenges and opportunities ahead of us. So we are working on those barriers to employment that we mentioned previously on childcare, available housing, and transportation. We are also working on a section of Route 30 on Eastern Wayne County. There's going to be some new business development there with Provia coming into Wayne County. So that'll be some additional traffic at a part of Route 30 that's a little not fun to travel. So we've been working with ODOT on what we can do to address the issues on Route 30 and Route 94. We have limited sites available to market in Wayne County because we've had couple wins that have taken up the available industrial land that we have. So we have a countywide project currently taking place that's trying to identify where are those long-term sites for future industrial development. And we're hoping to have those recommendations available and finished in 2026 by Q2 so that we can present that and start planning for where our next opportunities for growth are. And then we continue to address the workforce shortage issue that is throughout the state. Opportunities, we have a diverse business sectors. We have a lot of high quality, high paying jobs in Wayne County. So attracting that workforce is a lot easier than some other areas of the state. We have strong economic performance consistently. We have an abundance of quality jobs. And Wayne County is recognized for that strong work ethic where businesses want to come here because of that reputation. So Wayne County is a little bit of an easy sell for us when we're having site selectors come in. In 20 additional sites, this is our site project. Our biggest site that we have in Wayne County right now that we're able to market is in Rittman. It's a 70-acre site across from Morton Salt. So that is a site authenticated shovel-ready site. So we continue to try and show that to prospective businesses. We have a meeting next Friday with another business that might be interested in that site. So we continue to show it, but we are limited on sites that are over 50 acres, which is what most requests for information from Jobs Ohio are looking for. 2024 was a really good year for Wayne County. And Phil's going to talk a lot about how 2025 is shaped up to be a good year as well. But last year we had 4 attraction wins with Jobs Ohio support. We were also able to provide 2 additional companies with grant support and incentives from Jobs Ohio. So 6 projects that received state funding to help them with their growth. So the interesting thing about these four new companies that came in last year was CIX Direct, Welch Packaging, Shearer Inc., and Provia, is that they all came in and are utilizing buildings that were existing in Wayne County. So we were able to repurpose some buildings that were vacated and bring in those new businesses to the county. So that was great. 620 plus new jobs, 700,000 plus new square feet, and 254 million plus in investments. And then you can see the logos from additional companies that also had expansion projects in 24. And now I'm going to turn it over to Phil so he can tell you all about what's good and happening in 25.
Thanks, Mary Beth, and hello to everyone here. My role at the WEDC is really about helping companies grow, expand, and stay competitive. The way we start that work is very simple. It's through a program we call Biz Connects. Our Biz Connect meetings aren't elaborate. They're just 30 to 60-minute visits with local employers where we sit down with the company and sometimes walk through their operations and just listen. Those conversations give us a real on-the-ground sense of what employees are facing and what they're planning and how we can support them. So before I go into the 2025 project wins, I want to quickly walk through 4 main reasons we conduct these visits, because they're really the foundation of everything we do. And I have a short video that I'll show you some of the project wins for 2025. The first thing with Biz Connects is relationships first. This is really about strengthening our relationships with local employers and to build just that space and give them a safe space to allow them to feel comfortable sharing kind of their opportunities and what they're thinking about in their long-term plans. Secondly, it helps us spot needs early. So a company might be facing different challenges with workforce or infrastructure issues. So it gives us kind of an early read on those and allows us then thirdly to connect them with resources that can help them. It allows companies to save money over time and increase their productivity and be more effective. And finally, it just allows us to really strengthen our county. It helps Wayne County become attractive, competitive, and prepared for future growth. Why these wins matter. So these are some of the companies that have wins across the county for 2025. And what we do is you can see through these logos that growth is happening across every corner of Wayne County. We submit these projects to something we call the Jobs Ohio Governor's Cup, and it really brings exposure to Wayne County and raises our visibility and competitiveness across not only the state, but also the nation. So some of the things I'd like you to watch for in the video I have coming up here, just want to highlight a few of these companies. Quality Plastics is a high precision plastic injection molding company in Salt Creek Township in southern Wayne County. This win allows us to have a strong retention success, and this was identified through BizConnect. So they're expanding with a 35,000 square foot building, expanding their operations and warehousing. Decocrete is a company over in eastern Wayne County in Dalton that's expanding into the village. And this shows a small manufacturing growing into more of a regional presence with other suppliers. Jarrett Company is expanding here in the city of Worcester. They are a transportation and logistics warehousing facility. Their continued growth out of the Orville area into Worcester area really illustrates how companies can scale with strong local partnerships. PRC Saltillo, they make communication devices for people with speech impairments, and they are in a multi-phase renovation and modernization of their headquarters here on the west side of Worcester. And this is a company that you can see supports very high-tech and manufacturing jobs combined. Finally, I'd like to recognize Mull Iron out of Rittman on the northern side of Wayne County. They provide the steel structure for the new county jail, and they're a homegrown company just supporting major community infrastructure. So there's many other projects in 2026 that we're excited about that we just can't share the news yet, but we look to continue the strong growth that we have in Wayne County. So here's a small video that just highlights some of the projects for 2025.
Thanks, Phil. Good afternoon. So my role is centered around sharing Wayne County's story, highlighting why this is such a great place to live, work, and do business. So to kick things off, I'm going to walk you through some of the marketing efforts that help us do just that, starting with social media. So from showcasing businesses to promoting quality of life, it's a core way we engage with our audience. We try to post 3 times a week, and we're very intentional about maintaining a consistent branded look. My rule of thumb is simple. All of our posts should look like they're part of the same family. They don't always have to be twins or even siblings. Sometimes they can even be cousins, giving us a little creativity, little flexibility with our creativity. Through these posts, we're able to showcase business success, highlight available properties, and paint a picture of the quality of life right here in Wayne County, which is a big deal from an economic development standpoint. So some stats on our social media. Facebook continues to be our most popular platform, with LinkedIn close behind. We did add Instagram to try to attract a younger audience to show off Wayne County in hopes that they'll stay. Interesting enough, our largest Instagram demographic remains women aged 45 to 54. And honestly, I'm perfectly fine with that because those are moms, and often moms are decision makers. So we'll let it be. My next slide shows 4 of the main post themes that we share each month, including our investor spotlights, which are important because they let us showcase organizations that make our work possible and give them the recognition that they deserve. Community spotlights, as we highlight all of the cities and villages within the county. Business success stories. Anytime that we have a story in our newsletter, we also share that across our social media platforms, just to give them a wider audience. And then the Why I Work in Wayne series, that kind of came about just as we did with Instagram to try to attract a younger workforce to the area, encouraging them to build their careers right here in Wayne County. So it's kind of evolved, but I am going to show you an example of one of those posts.
Hello, my name is Paul Sealing. I am the Associate Director of Career and Experiential Education here at the College of Wooster, and I live and work here in Wooster in Wayne County. Some of the things that I love about this area include the educational opportunities, starting for young children. My own children have benefited from time at the Montessori School of Wooster, and now our students in the public school system, they've had a really fabulous experience there. And so we're grateful for great public school education, all the way up through the higher education opportunities in the area, the College of Wooster, also opportunities at the Ohio State branch here in town and other places not far from Wooster and Wayne County. I know my family loves the different sort of creative opportunities and arts and entertainment. We often find ourselves at the Wayne Center for the Arts for classes and programs, and I know they are continuing to expand their work in the area. There's lots of musical opportunities, theater opportunities that we have been able to be a part of, and so that's always a great thing about this community. Even though people might think of it as a primarily sort of rural area, there's a lot of international opportunities and chance to interact with folks from around the world. That's true of my work here at the College of Wooster with international students and faculty and staff, but also there's a number of international corporations and businesses located in Wooster. So for a small town, I really enjoy the opportunity to connect with people all over the world. In my work here in the career office, I'm often helping students connect with local resources, but helping them to see that there's a lot of national and international opportunities, even from here in Wooster and Wayne County. I'm excited to be here in Wooster and enjoy my time here along with my family in Wayne County.
Great. So some additional posts that we share each month. We always make an effort to feature our manufacturers since our primary focus is traded sector businesses. So that might mean celebrating major milestones, such as our Akron Brass Post, who was recognized for 1,000 accident-free days at their foundry, or sharing fun facts, such as how many shortcut brushes does Wooster Brush make each year. Whenever we're able to take photos on site at our BizConnects, we like to spotlight the great things happening with the businesses throughout the county. Another popular post is our Made in Wayne, which features the incredible products that are made right here at home. And finally, of course, we share available properties. It's an important part of supporting companies that are growing or looking to locate here. So you may often hear us say cool stuff is made here because we're constantly amazed at the businesses located in Wayne County and the credible products they turn out every day. But this time we're showcasing something just a little different, a national 30-second TV commercial that was actually filmed right here in Wayne County. So I'll let you watch it and you can guess its exact location.
Marathon is rewarding fans with savings of up to $1 per gallon. All by earning rewards on every gallon and on select in-store items. Making every pit stop and snack break worthy of a celebration.
Score.
The more you fuel up, the more you score with Marathon Rewards. Marathon, the official fuel of the Big Ten.
Any guesses? And don't say a marathon station.
No, but
Route 30, it's Apple Creek Road right by Route 30, yes. At the beginning of this presentation, you saw our Live in Wayne video. We also have two Made in Wayne videos, the original and then 2.0. Those are all housed on both our WEDC website as well as our Work in Wayne site and our YouTube channel. So I encourage you to check them out. And as always, please feel free to share. Moving on to our newsletter, Wayne County Connections. Our newsletter is another key marketing channel that helps us tell Wayne County's story and stay connected to our community. When I started in 2022, the newsletter was called Investor Insights and was only sent to our investors. Since then, we've opened it up to everyone. And earlier this year, we rebranded it as Wayne County Connections. So when I started and it was only going to investors, our distribution list was just over 100. Now it's grown to over 1,000 plus subscribers, and our results have been outstanding. Our average open rate is just over 48%, which is more than double the industry average of 21%. And our average click-through rate is just over 10% compared to the average, which is 2.5%. So the newsletter is distributed monthly, comes digitally, and if you'd like to sign up for it, you can sign up on our website down in the footer. This next slide just shows some of the stories that were highlighted throughout 2025 in the Wayne County Connections. Whether it was a business success story, highlighting our board and advisory council members, or just sharing a business anniversary. So if you have a story that you would like us to feature, please feel free to reach out and we'd be happy to do so. Kind of switching to events, this just highlights our 2025 briefings for business, B4B events. They happen quarterly and focus on relevant business topics. So in Q1 of this year, we showcased our local officials who shared their vision for the year ahead. In Q2, we went to navigating tariffs and their impact on local businesses. And then in Q3 and Q4, we focused more on manufacturing with presentations from presidents of Magnet and the Ohio Manufacturers Association. So we're working on our 2026 B4B topics and speakers, so keep an eye out for those dates and announcements. But our four areas of focus will be government and legislation, workforce, updates on those key issues such as housing, childcare, and transportation, and then AI and its economic impact. So my final slide highlights our largest event, which is our annual meeting, which features a keynote presentation in our annual awards ceremony celebrating outstanding business achievements and showcasing the vibrant momentum throughout Wayne County. So mark your calendars. Our 2026 annual meeting will take place on April 16th at Greystone. So we hope you'll consider joining us. And just like the B4Bs, we're currently in the process of securing our guest speakers, so fingers crossed. So I'm going to bring Mary Beth back up because we are going to switch gears. It is trivia time. So we're going to see who in the room is a true Wayne County expert.
Okay, we have a few minutes, so we'll get through as many of these as we can. Full disclosure, there's no prizes to give you, so consider the cookies our prize for those of you who get these right. So hopefully you guys know Built Right Box and Crate is located here in Wayne County. They make customized containers and crates for shipping. They do a lot of customized products for shipping things like the Ventrac tractors to big pieces and parts that are made at Tricor Metals. So in visiting them, they do a lot of box making with nails. How many nails do you think Built Right Box and Crate uses per week? Any guesses? 25,000, 75,000, 100,000, 250? E? F, 850,000 nails are used each week at Box and Crate. Now, these do not include the other type of fasteners like screws and bolts that they use. But if you go tour that facility, put your little ear protection on because there's lots of nailing going on. Provia, as I said, is a new manufacturer coming to Wayne County. We're excited to welcome that quality business into Wayne County. Not only are they coming into Dalton, but they also are going into Mount Eaton on a second facility that will be number 2 for Wayne County. And they'll be making a new product line there, but their Dalton facility will be making entry doors. So true or false, does Provia manufacture wood doors? Good, you guys are good. This is a common misconception since Provia's fiberglass doors authentically look like wood. And if you all have a Provia door at your house, if you take out one of the fastening screws that holds your door to the trim, there will be production codes in there. So Provia can tell you where, when and where and exactly what minute that door was made. So if you ever have an issue, they can take care of it. So excited to welcome that quality company into Wayne County. It took us 2 years to get that one. We were very patient. Some of us. How many pounds of beef was marketed globally last year by Certified Angus Beef? 523.6 million pounds, 842.3 million pounds. Any guesses? 1.235 billion pounds of beef. Can you believe that? That's a lot of beef. Okay, how many boxes? McElroy Packaging, if you're not familiar with McElroy, they're located in Orville in the 2nd Industrial Park. How many boxes does McElroy Packaging produce per hour? C, 24,000 boxes produced per hour. Okay, you might not be familiar with Granite Ridge, but Granite Ridge is located in Apple Creek. They are a egg grading facility. So one thing that you're going to hear a lot about that we can't go into detail on until 2026. It's going to be all about the chicken and the egg in Wayne County. That's all I'm saying. But Granite Ridge currently has an operation in Apple Creek. They do egg grading. So a lot of the eggs that you see at Costco go right through that Apple Creek facility. They are looking at a second location in Wayne County. So if you can guess now, how many dozen eggs does Granite Ridge grade per day across its 2 shifts? This is a lot. If you multiply that out for a year of how many eggs, it's enormous. How many? 115,000 eggs. Dozen eggs. So that's 12 times that number, times everything else. It's huge. The Apple Creek facility grades an average of 115,200 dozen eggs per day over 2 shifts. This adds up to an average of 576,000 dozen eggs per week, just under 7 million eggs a week that are processed across the loader and shipped out the door for consumption. So that's a lot of eggs graded right here in Wayne County. So with that, we thank you for your time today. We appreciate your support of WEDC and we hope to make great things happen in 2026. Thank you.
Tracy, Mary Beth, and Bill, we appreciate you taking the time today to share with us the phenomenal county in which we live. I think we're proud to live in Wayne County, and you have demonstrated that to us. Thank you. For you, made by the Village Network, I have, the wheel on one side, the four-way test on the other, and we'd like to each have one. Again, thank you for your time. Just a reminder, we will not have meetings on the 22nd and 29th, so next week will be our last meeting of 2025. With that, we stand adjourned.